In the ancient and majestic kingdom of Kijani, on a dark Saturday night, two beautiful twins were born to Papa and Mama Mwangi. Papa Mwangi was a successful and respected gold merchant, known for his negotiation skills throughout the region. The girls, Nia and Amara, were welcomed with great joy and celebration. From an early age, their parents noticed a significant physical difference between them. Nia was slim and tall, while Amara was robust and full of life. Despite this difference, both were equally loved by their parents. As they grew, the physical differences between Nia and Amara drew the attention of the villagers of Kijani. While Amara was the picture of health and vitality, Nia was slender and seemed fragile. This distinction became a source of constant teasing for Nia. The children and adults of the village didn't spare cruel nicknames and hurtful comments, calling her skeleton and skinny fish. The constant taunts and social exclusion made Nia feel very lonely and sad. Despite their parents and her sister Amara defending her, the cruelty of others was relentless. Amara, on the other hand, became everyone's favorite. She was popular and had many friends, actively participating in various social activities of the village. Although she enjoyed the attention and affection of the villagers, she always felt a deep empathy for her sister Nia and tried to protect her from others' cruel words. However, despite her best efforts, the hurtful words left deep scars on Nia's heart. The kitchen became Nia's refuge. From a very young age, she showed exceptional talent for creating delicious dishes that delighted her family. Every meal she prepared was a masterpiece, full of flavor and love. Her culinary skill not only provided her a creative outlet, but also gave her a sense of purpose and accomplishment. In the kitchen, Nia found a sanctuary where the taunts of the outside world could not reach her. Each dish was a creation that allowed her to express her love and desire to be accepted. Nia dedicated herself to learning all the traditional recipes of Kijani, perfecting every detail and adding her personal touch. Her cooking not only fed the stomach, but also the soul of her family, who always praised and supported her. However, outside the kitchen, Nia faced a hostile and cruel world. Meanwhile, Amara enjoyed a vibrant social life. She was the center of attention at all village gatherings and parties. Her friends admired and cared for her, but Amara never felt completely happy knowing her sister was suffering. She tried to include Nia in her activities, but the taunts of others always spoiled her efforts. Everything changed one day when Jafari, Amara's boyfriend, broke up with her. Jafari was the son of a renowned cocoa farmer, and they had been together for 2 years. One day, Jafari visited Amara to inform her that they could not marry because his family feared that Nia's thinness would manifest in their future children. This breakup devastated Amara, who began to resent Nia. The bitterness and pain led her to treat her sister badly, blaming her for all her misfortunes. Amara's bitterness soon translated into malicious actions. One day, when Nia prepared a delicious meal for the family, Amara entered the kitchen and, with a malicious smile, poured sand into the freshly prepared pot of food. Nia, upon discovering what had happened, was bewildered and deeply hurt. She couldn't understand why her own sister would do something so cruel. But this was just the beginning of Amara's hostilities. On another occasion, Amara poured an irritating substance into Nia's bathwater, causing terrible itching on her skin. Nia suffered in silence, not understanding the source of the substance. When their parents finally discovered what was happening, they severely reprimanded Amara, but the rift between the sisters was already deep. Nia, who once found solace in her family, now felt betrayed and even more lonely. Meanwhile, the kingdom of Kijani and the neighboring kingdoms, Lira and Kibo, were preparing for the Maiden Queen contest. This event, which took place once a decade, was a great opportunity for young women to showcase their talents and skills. Each kingdom was to present 3 of their best maidens to compete in a series of challenges, testing their intelligence, abilities, and grace. In Kijani, villagers debated who the ideal representatives would be, and many scoffed at the idea that Nia could participate. One day, while Nia was fetching water from the village stream, she met Adisa, one of the contest organizers. Adisa, a middle-aged man with a keen and kind look, was impressed by Nia's figure. "You are a unique beauty," he said, without a trace of mockery in his voice. Though Nia was accustomed to insults, Adisa's words made her feel special for the first time. Adisa encouraged her to participate in the contest, saying she had the perfect physique for the competition. Initially, Nia hesitated, but the sincerity in Adisa's eyes convinced her. The day of the contest arrived, and with it a surprise that no one expected. The host king of Kibo, a man known for his wisdom and fairness, decided to use his royal privilege to select an additional contestant. To everyone's astonishment, he chose Nia. The surprise spread through the crowd, and many Kijani villagers felt ashamed of how they had treated the young woman. Despite the initial mockery, Nia's confidence grew as she received the support of her parents and other organizers. The competition began with a cooking challenge in which Nia excelled with her skills. The judges, a group of culinary experts from the three kingdoms, were impressed with her talent. Nia, who had found refuge in the kitchen, was now demonstrating to the world what she could do. She easily advanced to the next round, gaining respect and admiration from many. The final stage of the contest involved finding a hidden treasure in the forest. The maidens had to swim across a river to reach the forest and seek the treasure. Thanks to her slender figure and agility, Nia was a fast swimmer and reached the forest before the others. While searching for the treasure, she found several shiny objects that seemed to be the treasure. However, she remembered Adisa's words and decided to keep looking. Finally, Nia found a golden box in a tree and knew she had found the true treasure. With great effort, she returned to the palace with the box. When the organizers revealed the design of the treasure, it was clear that Nia had found the correct object. She was crowned the Maiden Queen of the three kingdoms, receiving treasures and accolades from all. The villagers of Kijani, surprised and ashamed of their previous behavior, began to show her affection and apologize for the way they had treated her. Nia, despite all the suffering she had endured, forgave her sister Amara. She reminded her that they were sisters and would always be united. This act of love and forgiveness strengthened their bond, and the twins lived happily and united. Life in the kingdom of Kijani continued after the Maiden Queen contest. Nia, now respected and admired by all, used her new position to make positive changes in her community. She became an inspiring figure, especially for young people who had experienced rejection and mockery. She used her culinary talent to organize cooking classes in the village, teaching children and adults to cook delicious traditional dishes and to value the importance of nutrition and health. These classes became a meeting point for the community, strengthening the bonds between its members and fostering an environment of mutual support. Amara, in turn, underwent a process of self-discovery and redemption. Nia's forgiveness deeply touched her heart, and she realized how jealousy and resentment had been destructive. She decided to dedicate her time to helping Nia in her community projects, finding a new purpose and a path to reconciliation with herself and others. One afternoon, while Nia and Amara were busy in the community kitchen, a young girl named Casey timidly approached. Cassie had witnessed the taunts against Nia and had also suffered for being different. Inspired by Nia's story, she sought her help. Nia welcomed her with open arms, sharing her experience and encouraging her to find her own inner strength. Together with Amara, Nia helped Cassie discover her talent for music. The young girl had a beautiful voice and an innate ability to play the drum. With the sisters' support, Casey began to perform at community events, gaining the respect and admiration of all. Her story became another example of how acceptance and support can transform lives. Meanwhile, Nia and Amara's parents, Papa and Mama Mwangi, felt immensely proud of their daughters. They saw how their physical and emotional differences had become a source of strength and unity. The Mwangi home became a refuge for those seeking understanding and encouragement, a place where stories of overcoming were shared and celebrated. The neighboring kingdoms, Lyra and Kibo, were also influenced by Nia and her community's actions. The leaders of these kingdoms began to adopt similar practices, promoting inclusion and support for individual talents. Nia and Amara's story transcended borders, becoming an inspiration for many beyond Kijani. One day, while Nia was teaching a group of children to cook, an elder from Kibo named Juma approached. Juma was known for his wisdom and experience in traditional healing arts. He had heard about Nia's achievements and wanted to share some ancient knowledge about medicinal plants and their uses in cooking with her. Nia gratefully accepted, and together they began integrating these plants into their recipes, creating dishes that were not only delicious, but also beneficial for health. These new recipes became very popular in Kijani and the neighboring kingdoms, and the collaboration between Nia and Juma further strengthened the bonds between their communities. During one of her classes, Nia noticed a small girl, Layla, who seemed especially interested in the herbs and plants Juma was presenting. Layla had grown up in a difficult environment, facing many adversities from a young age. However, her curiosity and desire to learn were evident. Nia took Layla under her wing, teaching her not only about cooking but also about resilience and the importance of believing in oneself. Over time, Layla flourished under Nia and Juma's guidance, becoming a confident young woman knowledgeable about her people's medicinal traditions. Meanwhile, Amara continued her community work, focusing on creating safe spaces for young people. She started a mentorship program where teenagers could receive guidance and support to pursue their dreams and overcome their challenges. This program was a great success, and many young people found in Amara a reliable mentor and friend. Through these efforts, the community of Kijani transformed into a place of support and mutual growth. Differences that once were a reason for mockery were now celebrated as sources of strength and diversity. The stories of Nia, Amara, Kessie, and Layla resonated in every corner of the village, reminding everyone of the importance of acceptance and inclusion. A special event marked the recognition of these efforts. The king of Kijani, impressed with the positive changes in the community, decided to honor Nia and Amara with a festival in their honor. This festival not only celebrated their achievements, but also the spirit of unity and resilience they had fostered. During the festival, Nia and Amara were called to the stage. With tears in her eyes, Nia spoke to the crowd about her journey of self-discovery and acceptance. She thanked her family, the community elders, and all those who had believed in her. Amara, by her side, expressed her gratitude for her sister's forgiveness and the opportunity to redeem herself through service to others. The festival culminated with a beautiful performance by Casey, who sang a song she had composed in honor of Nia and Amara. The melody resonated in the air, filling the hearts of all present with hope and joy. It was a testament to the power of love, acceptance, and resilience. Nia and Amara's story became a legend in the kingdom of Kijani and beyond. Their names were remembered and their teachings passed down from generation to generation. The small village became a symbol of what can be achieved when people come together, accept their differences, and work together for a better future. In the following years, Nia and Amara continued their work, each leaving an indelible mark on their community. Nia became a renowned teacher and author of several cookbooks that integrated traditional recipes with medicinal knowledge. Amara, in turn, was appointed youth counselor by the king, dedicating herself to empowering young people and helping them find their way. The village of Kijani prospered, not only in terms of material wealth, but in the deeper sense of community and human connection. The values of love, acceptance, and resilience took root in the heart of every inhabitant, creating a lasting legacy that would inspire many in the years to come.